Today I'll be discussing L'Hopital rule, right? So basically this method we are using when you are going to solve limit problems, right? Uh, as a result of obtaining indeterminates, right? So for an example, let's say that you are going to solve this limit problem, right? Limit x tends to 0 and you have to solve sine x over x, right? So this is a very very basic limit, right? You should definitely know the answer for this, which is 1, right? Because it's a formula actually, right? So now let's see how to solve this kind of problems, right? Here the reason is, now look, if you are directly going to apply x tends to 0 there, x tends to 0 means sine 0 you are getting on the numerator, then 0 you are getting in the denominator, right? So it's like 0 divided by 0, right? So that is simply an indeterminate, right? Right, you know that, because we cannot keep the answers like this, right? So in that case we are going to use this L'Hopital rule, right? So this is something like let's say if you have a limit like limit x tends to a, right? And you have something in the numerator like f of x divided by g of x, right? So if you are directly applying x tends to a there, you are getting an indeterminate, right? It's something like 0 divided by 0 plus or minus infinity divided by plus or minus infinity. So as you cannot keep the answer like that, what you can basically do is you can do something like that. You can find the derivative of the numerator, right? So I will okay, so just think that you are going to solve the same problem. Limit x tends to 0, we have sin x divided by x, right? So what you are going to do is limit x tends to 0, right? Derivative of the numerator, d by dx of sin x divided by d by dx of x, right? So what do you have there? Limit x tends to 0, first derivative is cos x, first derivative of x is 1, right? So when x tends to 0, cos 0 is 1, so the answer will be 1. You got it, right? Never mind, so let's do another problem, right? So I will erase this. Right, so now consider a new problem, right? Say for an example that you have limit t tends to 1, right? Limit t tends to 1, you have 5t to the power 4 minus 4t squared minus 1 divided by 10 minus t minus 9t cube. Is that, yeah? Okay, so now let's consider this problem, right? So here if you directly apply t tends to 1, what you will be getting is 1 means here in the numerator you are getting 5 minus 4 minus 1. Denominator you are getting 10 minus 1 minus 9. So you have again you have 0 divided by 0. So you cannot keep the answer like this. So this is the wrong answer, right? This is the wrong answer, right? So what you can basically do is there are several techniques or method where we can avoid obtaining answers like that. I will discuss that later, right? So here I am focusing only the L'Hopital rule. So what you can do is you can differentiate the numerator, because that is the formula. Limit x